Alrighty, what is going on, everybody? My name is Blitzwinger, and of course, welcome on back to another episode of BLITZVILLAGE. Of course, hope you guys are having a fantastic day, and if not, hopefully this goofy, silly little video might cheer you on up. So that being said, of course, welcome on back to BLITZVILLAGE, whereby we basically assemble it's obviously kind of become already Blitz City at this point. But basically, as you can see, we're assembling a town, and all of these were suggestions made by you guys. And obviously, basically what I do is I take them into heart, and then, or take them to heart, and then work on assembling them and bringing them to life. So that being said, of course, in the last episode, we basically started turning this little village that was all out of sandstone, made out of sandstone, into a wooden village. As you can see in between episodes, I managed to also turn this house right here, one of the more complicated designs, into a wooden house as well. I left some sandstone elements because I actually like the way that they look. For example, the sides here, I did change the ceilings and everything, but the sides here I actually did like that, so I kept it that way. As you can see, of course, I've got the top being made out of a different type of wood versus the rest of the house, or the roof, I should say. So I think that just looks really, really cool, and it's definitely coming together nicely. That being said, of course, before we get to today's build, we're going to get through some shout-out. Now, of course, if you guys don't know, you can go ahead and submit your awesome Minecraft creations over on Twitter, of course, and tweet at me, which would be at Blitzwinger. Or, of course, you can go to twitter.com/Blitzwinger and then tweet there. So that being said, though, you can send in your creation, your picture of your creation, and then hopefully get featured on an upcoming episode of BLITZVILLAGE. That being said, our first showcase, our first image for today is an absolutely awesome looking Batman from Oscar Simpson. Batman, and he looks awesome, seriously. That is a very unique design. You don't see a lot of people like build out like that. Usually it'd be like more pixel art like, and you actually like physically built it out, which gives it a very interesting dynamic. So I absolutely love that. Nicely done there indeed. Next up after that, we've got Kyle, who sent in a pretty gosh darn cool looking creeper trap. And it looks like basically a whole bunch of creepers trapped behind some glass panels. So that is very, very nicely done and good on ya. Very well done indeedios. And then, of course, finally, we've got Soham, who sent in basically out of a diamond. I think that's diamond. I'm pretty sure, at least. He built out the name or the saying of Blitz Army. So that is absolutely awesome indeed. And well done on your part. And Blitz Army, unite. So that being said, for today's build, what we're going to be working on is some pixel art. It's been a little while since I've done some pixel art. Of course, the last few times we built the Disney Infinity logo, we did the little creeper here, the mini Meat Boy creeper, as I like to call him. And today we're going to be working on something that I also love, and I think that many of you do love as well, which is actually a Mario related pixel art, and it will be the power-up, a mushroom. So I've dedicated a good amount of space here to this build. Hopefully it will fit, and hopefully it will look the way that I am hoping it will. So that being said, I've laid out just the middle there to make sure that I know that I'm building in the center. And hopefully we'll do a good job. So as you can see, I've got a couple of options in terms of what kind of reds and what kind of whites I want to use. I've got blocks of iron. I've got, of course, wool we could use. And finally, I could also use a block of quartz. And I'm kind of leaning towards the block of quartz because it's the cleanest kind of white out of the whole bunch. And I think that that's going to be kind of going to give us the nicest effect, or at least I hope so. That's what I'm going for, of course. So let's go ahead and build this. I think, well, actually, it's got to be even first. And then I think what we're going to do is we're going to shape this out this way. Hopefully I'm not starting that too early. Okay, so I think that should work. I certainly hope so, at least. And now, basically, what we're going to do is we're going to go to the block of quartz, which I honestly kind of want to put closer now. Considering we've decided that that's what we're going with. So basically right now we're building kind of the bottom part of the mushroom. You know, before we get to the red part, we obviously have to build up the bottom part. So I think that I don't know if this is gonna... I think I might have to just go like this over here, honestly. Let me think for a moment. If I go 2 layers high, and then maybe like this. I think that's about as far as we would need to do. Sorry, I hope that's the thing about pixel art. Whenever we're assembling pixel art, it's so difficult to kind of like portray it right out, because you have a bit of a hard time of like actually saying, hey, this is what it's supposed to look like, or you know what I mean? So it gives it a bit of a kind of an interesting dynamic for a little while, where you're kind of trying to figure out how you're gonna actually make this thing look, you know. And I think we're gonna put the eyes right there, so it'll be 3 blocks, and then there should be 2 blocks apart. So I think that's pretty good. At least it's somewhat good. So then we'll go with the 2 here, and then this will already be kind of the top part of the mushroom here. So at least that's the idea. Hopefully we'll get to pull off that idea. I certainly will be aiming for that. So then I just need to make this here black. And I think if we go out over here, like so, that should make sense, hopefully. Let's see. So I'm going to put some white quartz right there. And then we will just build this out like so. Is that even? I think that's somewhat even. I'm pretty sure. It certainly looks even to me. And then we're going to need to start filling this up with red. Now I'm just trying to think which red will work best in this scenario. I kind of think might go with this red. Is there anything red, anything else red, I should say, that we could use? We could use this kind of pink stained, but it's not quite red enough. Could use TNT. That would be a funny looking mushroom, actually. I kind of want to use TNT, but then I realized that we're going to risk blowing it up, which is not a good idea. So I don't think that that's a particularly smart idea. I think I'm just going to go with this red. I think that as good as the redstone red looks, it has that little like dot in it, which I don't know why. It doesn't particularly work well. I don't know. Maybe I should go with that red. Let's see. Let's put a couple of them together to see what they would look like, right? Because I think that's the perfect way to tell whether or not it's going to look decent. You see, it kind of almost looks orange from far away, which I don't particularly like that look. So I think I'm just going to go with this red here, and hopefully that doesn't come back to bite me in the butt. So then, of course, we're going to need to develop some of the patterns on the actual mushroom. They have like these white patterns. I'm just looking at a picture of the of a mushroom and basically trying to replicate it. That's really all there's to it. It's truly not rocket science, I would say. That's at least how I'm going about doing this, and hopefully I will pull it off. Of course, I'm going to do my best to do so, but I guess we'll see how it goes. Okay, so I'm just going to fill this all up. And then, you know what? I think I'm going to do a little space. I'm just trying to think whether or not I want to go 2 or 3 or more than that cubes for spacing here. Okay, you know what? Let me start actually from the other side, because I think that one, the little design on this side, should be pretty simple to pull off. And I think I can do it with relative ease. Of course, it's not complete designs on all of them, and what I mean by that you will see in a moment. Okay, so I hope you guys are understanding, by the way, what I'm doing right now. Basically, like what part I'm sculpting. Basically, of course, as you can see, this will be kind of the bottom part of the mushroom, and then now we're doing that little, like, you know, that big round red cap over top that has the little white dots on it. So basically, that's kind of what we're working at right now, and at least hoping to accomplish here. Okay, so then I'm going to put this like so. And let me think. How do I want to do? I want to do the big white piece here as well? I guess I do. This is going to be tough. This is going to be a tough one. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to sculpt this out just the way that it needs to look. I mean, I'm going to try my best, of course, but I really don't know if I can do this the right way. And I'm sorry about that. But I'm definitely trying. So then we'll put this. And then basically, of course, the idea is you fill up this whole section with the black pieces here. And then you would just bring that across and connect it over onto that side. Oh, I'm hoping I'm not making the head too, like, up. You know what I mean? I really hope so, at least. Alright, I guess we'll see how it comes together. This is definitely a bizarre-looking mushroom at this point. I'll definitely give myself that. But hey, that's what I do. I always make stuff you look unique and different than what everybody else goes with. So I'm actually kind of proud of that aspect. So that's nice. Okay, so let me see. Now I am going to need to do my quadruple start. And I'm just trying to think how I want to do this. I guess what I could do first is probably fill up all this stuff here, right? That would be not such a poor idea, to be quite honest. And then I could just go ahead and build up the big spot, the big little patch, that makes sense. Let's do the big and the little patch. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think 4 should look pretty decent. Wow, now I'm kind of thinking I might have made it too big. You know what? I guess we'll find out. The only way we can know for sure is by building it and then seeing whether or not it's an error in judgment or a success, right? So we'll go ahead and build 3 like so. And let me just see if it looks halfway decent. Okay, I think it's sort of coming together. Okay, so then basically we just fill up this whole thing with white quartz, which, by the way, I should probably change the time, right? Because it's getting really dark. Time set 0 to the rescue. So as you can see right there, that's certainly coming together. It's definitely looking somewhat like a mushroom, so I'm definitely proud of that. And I mean a power-up mushroom, not just a random mushroom. Because if it just looked like a random mushroom, it's like, yeah, I'm proud. It looks like nothing like a power-up mushroom, but it looks like a mushroom, so I'm happy with that. Okay, so let me see. How do I connect this in such a way where it will be a similar pattern as there is over there? And that's the key, of course, because if it's completely different, it's gonna look very awkward, obviously. So we don't want to have that issue, of course. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do another one of these again. So we will put it like so. And then basically starting from this point in, we'll bring it 2, 1, 2. And I think that should look decent. All right. Awesome sauce. That is certainly looking like a power-up mushroom. I definitely have to admit. Whoop-blammo. Ba-boom. I think that looks awesome. That is absolutely awesome sauce. It looks terrific. Oh, I'm so happy. I'm so happy it turned out well. Oh, I was nervous. I was like, oh no, I'm going to mess this up. It's going to look bad. It's not going to make sense. It's going to look like the Disney Infinity logo again. It's going to be another big pixel art disaster. But fortunately, what am I talking about? Unfortunately, my bad. I'm just going to tear down all this extra stuff here. Man, that looks terrific. I'm really proud of that. That looks awesome. Yeah, I think we chose the right red, because honestly, I think that the redstone red would have been too orangey. I mean, we could try maybe the clay, put the clay here and see how that looks. Yeah, I think this red is the most vibrant of the bunch. This red is, like, the clay one is just a little bit too kind of dark, and then I don't know. The redstone, as I said before, I feel like it looks orange from far away instead of red. You see? So hopefully you guys will agree with me. Of course, let me know what you guys think. Do you want to keep the red wool, or do you want to change it to a block of redstone, or maybe even the red stained clay? So of course, we're going to need to do at some point the 1-up health mushroom as well. Or sorry, this is not the 1-up mushroom. Why did I keep calling it the 1-up mushroom? Oh my goodness, the 1-up mushroom is the green one, of course. But I wouldn't mind actually doing the green one maybe right next to this one. That would be kind of cool, you know, to continue our pixel art here. I would definitely be proud of that. So that being said, of course, if you guys enjoyed today's episode of Blitz Village, smash that like button. Of course, a little bit of a shorter episode, but hey, at least the Blitz Village episodes are coming out more regularly. I mean, we had the last episode, I think it was 3 days ago that I recorded. No, 2 days. 2 days ago or 3 days ago that I recorded the last episode. Not too long ago, though. So I'm definitely proud of getting another episode up and Adam. Up and Adam, that makes no sense. But nonetheless, of course, let me know what other cool stuff you would like to see built on an upcoming episode of Blitz Village, whether it be more pixel art goodies, of course. That could be anything like a Flappy Bird, which a lot of you guys did want me to do. So maybe we will assemble that on an upcoming episode. And of course, other things like maybe some sort of a Pokemon that you guys would like to see. I would love to know which Pokemon pixel art you would like to see, because there's so many Pokemon to choose from. I'm kind of having a hard time picking one, so let me know what you would like to see. I remember seeing once a really cool pixel art for Charizard, and I honestly wouldn't mind recreating that maybe. So just let me know if you guys would be interested in seeing maybe something along those lines. That being said, of course, don't forget to send in your awesome Minecraft submissions over to my Twitter page over at twitter.com/Blitzwinger. Of course, don't forget to smash that like button, share the videos with your family and friends, and favorite the videos as well. And of course, I will catch you guys next time. Have a fantastic day, and see you later, alligators. Thanks all for watching, guys.